Darshanaa, it's absolutely awesome having you talk to us today. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thank you for having me today.
No, the pleasure is honestly, it's all ours. What's your journey been like? Where have you come from today?
I'm come from East London, so a bit of a trek today.
Bit of a trek. Uber?
Uber.
Okay. Good stuff. But look, it actually is the first time we've actually had to chat, right? Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself? What are you? What do you enjoy doing? Just you.
Yeah, sure. So I'm 21. I am a pharmacy manager at a local chemist in East London. I live in East London. Huge fan of Garba, Lego,
Okay.
books, you name it. I'm probably a kid inside, but I look...
Lego, that's interesting. What do you actually enjoy making?
Just making... maybe the Taj Mahal was probably the highlight of the whole Lego experience.
Okay.
Trying to make a mini Legoland in my house, I guess.
Wow. So
cheaper version, I guess.
Look, it's always good to have fun, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So look, clearly, you've actually been going through some health issues, right? Kind of now. What's it kind of been like? What's a journey been so kind of far for you?
It's been a tough one, but I guess it's been a learning experience, I guess. So December in 2021, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I started treatment the same month, but just after Christmas break. Since then, it's just been ups and downs and all around, really. Just a lot of physical changes, mental changes, and just a lot of taking it easy and just believing in yourself. That's it.
How did you find out? What actually happened? What was that? And again, look, I'm sorry if this brings back like the memories, but the strength that you've shown when we've actually kind of talked and stuff is immense. So I just want people to understand, what is it that you've kind of been through? When did you find out? How did it actually hit you? And again, if at any point in time you think, you know what, Raf, I don't want to talk about this, hey, that's kind of fine. But the strength that you've shown, your smilingness, is actually making me feel happy, right? And honestly, it's infectious. So thank you for that, right? But so look, when did you first find out? What did it kind of feel? What was the kind of emotions like at that time?
So I obviously found a lump and had to go and get it checked out. But within 2 weeks of me getting procedures done and scans, all that kind of stuff. So those 2 weeks were very, very, I guess, very anxious. They were the longest 2 weeks, I guess, in that period of time.
Okay.
And then December 6th came and it was just, you shut down basically. You didn't know what to do. Your body was in shock. And I guess for that week, I was not eating, didn't feel like doing anything, just not connecting with the world basically. I did lose face because you question during puja, you just like, oh, why me? What have I done? All those questions come about, but you have a little bit of faith inside you, I guess, that says, don't worry and you'll be okay. But yeah, it's been hard. The treatment has been not the greatest. It's done a lot. Hair loss, I guess, was a big thing for me. Hair loss for many women is like the empowerment, I guess, and losing all that was just very difficult, especially within the first week of chemotherapy. And then obviously losing a lot of my energy. People describe me as a high cocaine addict, I guess. But you meet other people again, and you're like, oh, I miss the energy that you have. And I try to keep that energy alive, but obviously you have to look after yourself first before.
Well, look, it's the first time I'm properly meeting you, right? And just coming into the room, meeting you, the energy that you've shown, I'm not going to lie, it's like, it makes you feel happy inside, right? So, definitely don't kind of lose that. I know it's kind of tough. It's easy kind of saying that with the stuff that you've been through, but when I mean this, you're an inspiration to a kind of lot. It's an under kind of statement to really kind of say. So who's in the kind of family? Who's been like kind of supporting you through this kind of time?
The whole family have been very, very supportive. Parents especially, and it's probably hard for them as well, seeing a child of theirs going through this and not being able to take away the pain, I guess. And days have been very, very painful where I can't get out of bed and all that kind of stuff. So I completely understand their emotions and all that kind of stuff, and I give them full props and credit, because they try to keep the household the same as what it was before. I still fight with my sisters, still keep it as normal as possible, but they do look after me. They tell me to eat, take my medication on time. They are the main support system for me at the moment. And obviously my friends, they check up on you every now and then, send me flowers, Legos, whatever they want to do. It's great to have a wider community as well, besides from just a family, I guess.
So what would you say the main changing points have kind of been? Mentally, physically, what do you kind of do different now to, I guess, just to make you stay confident, happy? You know, what changes have you actually made to kind of do?
Physically, I've had to obviously put me first. So I've had to obviously cut down the amount of hours I work now and just take as much rest as I need. Mentally, I can't put too much stress onto me. My job as it is very, very is very, very fast. So you have to let go and let other people take that role off you, basically. It's not been the easiest because I'm a very active person. I like to get hands-on and do things physically on. And it's been very difficult staying at home and just not be outside and like going out to restaurants and going out to cinemas and all that kind of stuff. So it's been very draining, but it is what it is, I guess.
No, again, you know, the kind of strength that you show, it's a absolute credit. So what does keep you strong? What keeps you happy? What keeps that buzzing kind of side of you? You know, if that's that one thing or two kind of things, what would you say that is for you?
It probably has to be bhajans. Any sort of bhajan or bhakti. It has kept me alive. It has done so since the start of the whole finding out, I guess, from henceforth till present. I guess it's been very, very strengthening. There's certain parts of bhajans that just hit you and just think, okay, wow, like I will get through this, and Bhagwan is there for you and he will help you.
Bhajan Bhakti is absolutely immense, right? The kind of strength that you get from singing bhajan, singing hymns, you know, whatever. It's so okay. What's on your playlist right now then? If you could, if you could, you know what? Let's take the bhajan side, right? What are your favorite kind of bhajans? You know, who's your favorite kind of artist? What do you kind of enjoy?
There's no favorite, I guess. But I do have a select few singers, I guess I'd say that. Hemant Chauhan, obviously, Jagjit, Anup Cholota. There's loads and loads and loads. And bhajans, there's no favorite bhajans. There's there's different things that shine out in that bhajan. Hanuman Chalisa is very strengthening, obviously.
Yeah.
Krishna Bhagwan's bhajans, very just playful, like reminds you of the playfulness.
Okay.
Mataji, they're just reminding of the inner Shakti inside myself and
Okay.
woman.
So the Leelas and Shakti within a kind of bhajan is the bit that gives you kind of strength, right?
Yeah.
Because not all bhajans are the kind of same, right? Some bhajans, they talk about the love for God, that some talk about how beautiful God is, some talk about the kind of strength. So what do you find different in these like kind of bhajans? What aspects make you go, you know what, it's all going to be fine?
Prime example, Hanuman Chalisa. Forget what you do, just leave all your worries and quarrels with Bhagwan, with Hanumanji, and he'll fight it for you. I guess
it's just immense. Just you even say that with your kind of smile. It's no, carry on. It's just great.
That one line, it has made me cry a lot. It does show like, okay, that one line is very powerful, but it also makes me happy because it shows that I've done some of it already, and there's only a short while left now, and I can still carry on doing that, I guess. And Hanumanji is just there. And
he's there. Well, look, talking about strength and everything, right? Now, everyone talks about being strong, you know, during like kind of difficult times, and you're going through one of the most difficult times I cannot imagine, right? But you hit on a point where it says you've got to be kind to yourself as kind of well, right? So is it okay to cry? Is it okay to sort of just look after your kind of self? You know, we're in this mad world where it's all about kind of appearances and making sure that we're keeping other like people kind of happy. What do you do for your own time? You know, is it actually okay to kind of let that kind of crying out be a kind of set your own time?
Crying is natural to everyone, and it just shows that you are a stronger person if you cry. Showing your emotions there's no harm in showing your emotions, I guess. Especially going to like bhajan events. I get so into it, like I just start crying. Like I just can't help it. It's just a natural emotion. For you to, I guess, have that connection with Bhagwan, you need to show your emotions. You need to show that devotion. So if that means crying or being happy, dancing around, whatever it might be, you show it, and you show that you are a devote to Bhagwan.
Garba, you talked about Garba, right? What has been your most favourite part of Garba? Music, obviously, we know, right? But go on.
Just the dancing, really, like getting really, wound into it, like. And the energy around you as well. Like people are there who also like Garba, and like.
Yeah.
I know it can be annoying when there's like a little bit of a sari piece on the floor, whatever, like gets stuck on your foot, but we pass by that. But yeah, since lockdown, it's been very hard because you can't, obviously, there's no Navratri or anything of such. So last year was a very, very epic moment, and just full 10 nights I was just dancing.
So what was your favourite remembrance of a kind of Navratri event?
The Aarti is always the good event for me. Just obviously remembering Mataji and just everyone's getting together and praying, and especially with COVID, I guess that moment together, I guess, was very, very.
It's powerful, right?
Yeah.
When there's times where kind of been where the kind of lights turn off, you know, doing Aarti properly, where you know you're seeing people really praying to Sukha Mataji, eyes closed, that kind of. You know, okay, yeah, look, everyone goes to have a good time as well, right? But the essence of why you're kind of there, and the Aarti really brings it kind of home, right? Okay. All right, so we talked about music. We talked about spirituality, which is kind of key for you as well, right? You said you lost faith. Have you put that faith back? Bhajans is one kind of thing. Obviously, certain phrases, certain bhajans, they are very powerful, and they're kind of meant to be that way, right? What else has brought that faith back?
I guess books have been one way I've brought back that faith. Especially the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita has been much of an immense help. You don't realize how much you miss out when you read it the first time, the second time, how many times you read it, but you miss certain things out, and then you realize it just clicks, and like you have to. For you to get somewhere, I guess, you just need to leave yourself with God. I know it's very hard to do that. It was hard for me to do that. I'm not going to say it's the easiest thing. But me giving myself to God was the hardest thing. And Bhagavad Gita and any other scriptures as well, Shiksha-patri, Vachanamrita, all those stuff, they did help me get back into the faith side of things.
That's immense, right? Because one of the first things that happens at difficult like in the moments is you actually give up on faith, right? You think this is kind of true. Why is it kind of happening to kind of me? To hear such a young person through Bhajan Bhakti, through scriptures, through reading, is absolutely immense, right? So, okay, how have we actually kind of done it? What do you do? Do you just take the Bhagavad Gita? You just read it for hours upon end? You make notes? What's your kind of journey been like reading?
Take it chapter by chapter, really. You read a chapter, research online what other people's thoughts and what they got out from it, and then obviously interpret yourself. Yeah. And then obviously speaking to other people who've read the Bhagavad Gita and getting what they got from that chapter. And just going on from there, flowing it along, and just finding new connections every time you read the book, really.
Oh, that's great. Okay, well look, spirituality is one thing, right? Music's kind of another kind of thing. It's kind of all inter kind of linked. What else has kept you so motivated? And again, I'm not lying here, right? Just coming through the door, meeting you, there's an aura of just happiness, the bubbliness, and I'm not just saying that, right? What else has got you to the state you're in? The mindset obviously has been a massive shock, but you're here, you're smiling, you're laughing. What's the kind of secret behind that as well? Besides, we know about Bhajan Bhakti, we know about kind of spirituality as well. But what else? It just seems like there must be something else, or is that actually it?
That is one of the things. But the other things is seeing other people happy just makes me happy. And if that radiates off me, then it radiates onto everyone else. And I've been that person who's been bubbly, hyperactive, the clown, I guess you want to call it like that, of the family, of the friend group. And I just try and just keep that aura off, I guess. And even if it is, I have 1 or 2 days off, like just not feeling it at all, I still try and like act like a clown or anything like that.
What does off mean to you? So when you say you have a few days off, what does that mean? Because we all have bad days, but what's a bad day for you?
Bad day is definitely the days of chemotherapy, just constantly in bed, pain, throwing up, whatever it is, just I guess the symptoms of the chemotherapy coming out. Those days are like the days where you honestly do give up. You're just like, I can't do it anymore. Just Friday now, just completely like knocked out, just couldn't do anything. Getting out of bed, legs are not working properly, you feel your body's in shock, you're just completely just stressed and like you just can't do anything. But keeping happy is the only thing you can do, really.
It's just great. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the kind of smiling, that whole kind of thinking there, it puts into so much perspective where, people have like problems at work or at home, but looking at through with the things that you're going through at such a young age. If there was some advice that you could give to anyone, right? See someone at your age, someone a bit kind of older, what would that be? What would that be in terms of mindset? Saying, you know what, keep positive because of what?
Just believe in yourself.
As simple as that.
Just believe in yourself. Like, I myself didn't believe that. I had this, you don't believe yourself, you obviously pinch yourself like, okay, this is a joke, all that kind of stuff, and then it slowly sinks into you and you're like, okay, this is real and you can't do anything. Well, there's something you can do, but at the moment you physically can't do anything about it. But you just got to believe in the science, I guess. Believe in the medication, believe in the people, believe in the doctors, believe in yourself.
So treatment's going well?
Treatment's going well.
How long, I mean, like I said, I don't know much about it, right? So what's the kind of process? How long will it kind of take? Is there a kind of timeline to kind of this? What are the next steps?
So I've just had 6 weeks of chemotherapy, and then a 2-week break. In that 2-week break, I found out that my tumour had shrunk by a decent amount, I guess. And then now I've got 10 more weeks of chemotherapy left. So another 9 more weeks, I guess. Yeah. So
getting there.
Yeah.
Getting there.
So hopefully
smiling.
Hopefully by the end of April. Yeah, smiling. You have to do that.
Okay. All right. You talked about. I'm gonna go back to kind of like the music because we love music here. It's kind of well, right? So, what's on your playlist? What's on your Bhajan playlist? What's on your Bollywood playlist? I'm assuming you listen to some English music as well. What is your playlist looking like?
Do you know what? You're actually gonna be shocked. Yeah. I only have a Bhajan playlist and then a Garba playlist. I don't. The English music is more for like work or when I'm in the car, radio, whatever it is. But it's mainly like Bhajan. Like Bhajan is like 50,000 hours, like in the year maybe.
It's phenomenal.
And it's then phenomenal. Garba like maybe 100,000 hours in the year. Okay,
so what's the Bhajan you're listening to right now?
Right now, Krishna Sudama Jodi.
Okay, you've got to give us a glimpse
of?
You got to sing it.
No, I can't do that.
Come on, you got to try. One line.
Dvarikano nath no chero mehel che dinare sudhamo ave bare ne ubhel che.
Wow, that's amazing. It's absolutely amazing, right? The love that Krishna Bhagavan and Sudama had for each kind of other, right? Exactly. It's just we're blessed,
Definitely, yeah.
Dayaru, who've
so
Bhagwan we've got.
So meekly, yeah.
And it's great. I could say, stop, just keep singing, but that's okay. Fine. So, how long have you been learning music for?
So I started maybe when I was in secondary, I obviously learned Western music, and then I branched after secondary into classical. Kind of just picked up the harmonium myself and just went along with it, I guess. But it's I haven't stopped learning, I guess. I'm still in the learning process of it.
Okay, so are you kind of self-taught? Do you have a teacher? Or
self-taught. And then I just pick off whatever people recommend or like suggest or ask me to improve on. I'll just pick off on that. That's really it.
Okay, so here's a question then, right? If anyone from the music world, right, that you could actually meet, sit down and do music with, who would that be?
That's actually quite difficult though. Pick everyone really, isn't it?
There must be one though.
Okay, the Saraswati of Bollywood, I guess. Lata Mangeshkar.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. You know, she kind of passed away. You know what I mean? What's one of your favorite songs of Lata? Lataji?
Hanuman Jalisa. Honestly,
it's Hanuman Jalisa as your biggest, your kind of strongest, right?
Hits every note and just all the vibrations just.
Immense singer. Okay, fine. Books. You talked about books, right? We talked about the Vachaman, the Shikshapati, the Bhagavad Gita. Is there any other like fictional or non-fictional books that you're kind of reading?
I read a lot of medical books, I guess.
Okay.
I like to get myself still knowledgeable in the medicine side.
Okay.
And then you have obviously the random Jacqueline Wilson or the Roald Dahl book that you have.
What's your favorite Roald Dahl book?
BFG. The BFG. It's got to be.
Okay. Fine. Okay, that's good. Okay. Favorite TV shows.
Oh, you're gonna be shocked too. I don't watch TV either.
Nothing at all.
Nah, I'm not a huge TV fan. If you give me a choice between TV and a book, I'll read a book.
Wow. Okay, favorite TV show ever seen. Today.
Seen? Might have to be Big Bang Theory then.
That's
just simple. 30 minutes.
Favorite character from the Big Bang Theory then.
Sheldon.
Okay, no, that's good. Well, look, family's been kind of key and kind of important to you, right? What part does family and friendship play in being positive and getting you through what you've kind of been?
It's encouragement, I guess. Like that, those few words that they say, go fight it. You'll get it. You'll be over soon. Anything like that. It just has that warm feeling inside you. Like, okay, these guys believe in me, and these guys are rooting for a healthier lifestyle now. And just little things like that just make your day better, I guess. It just perks you up, I guess, even after a bad day.
Is anything that you do, and again, look, there's the kind of gratitude that you kind of show is immense, right? Is anything that you do on a kind of daily basis, I don't know if that's being a journal or just thinking about things that show how blessed you are? Do you know what I mean? Going through such a difficult time like this, a lot of people will be like, hold on, I'm going through so much. What should I be like kind of thankful for? But just speaking to you, hearing, you know, the things that you're kind of thankful for is great. What's your kind of mindset like? What do you kind of do? Do you kind of do anything?
Nah. As mean as that sounds, I don't really do. I thank people, but it's difficult. I don't know how to word it really.
Because you know what, I'm really not going to kind of lie, right? There's all these gratitude apps and everything, right? People, well, I definitely need that to understand what I'm grateful for. But you just seem like you're naturally just happy and grateful. I want to know, I want to learn and see, look, where does that come from? Is that just, you just built like that? What are your kind of triggers?
Those gratitude apps they're good. They are good. But they can sometimes be too good and sell out the whole situation. So sell out the whole quote or the whole idea of it just a bit too much. I really don't do anything. It doesn't.
You're just natural.
Just I don't want to say natural like that, but I just keep it as. I'm a simple person. I just keep it simple as possible. I don't really. I like the social media. I like the music. I just try and. If I feel a bad vibe, I'll just knock it out. Basically.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, look, last kind of question or kind of two, right? Who's your favorite role? Who's your favorite role model, and what have they done to impact your life up to kind of now?
That's difficult because there's so many role models and they have different attributes, and you obviously just want to put them all into one and just name them something, I guess.
So if you could get a mixture,
Lego creation into one.
Sounds good. Okay, so what would those Lego pieces be then?
What the Lego pieces be?
Yeah, who would they actually be then?
So there'll be a bit of Hanumanji, a bit of Mirabai, Jhansi Rani, and Ram Bhagwan, Sita Ma. It's just loads of things, loads of little attributes into a creation. But each have their own good qualities.
It's brilliant. You know, it's actually been amazing speaking to you, right? If there's any advice you could give, right? One thing to do and one thing for people to stop doing, what would that be?
Read a book. Because you really underestimate the power of a book. A book tells you so much. Even if it is a difficult read, like the Bhagavad Gita, it's such a difficult read. But reading over and over again, it actually makes it more simpler for you. What was the other one, sorry?
One thing to stop.
One thing to stop. Junk food. Telling you.
Please don't say that.
It's so bad. This whole new journey now is like things I would like to eat, I can't eat anymore. It's like you're living now the sattvic life. You're living a whole like a sant life, I guess. No salt, no flavor. Basically, you're living on rice, I guess. So it's been very difficult from a person who loves food, like going out to eat. Now you're like a plate of rice.
It just shows that, right? You've got to change you've got to simplify life, which you kind of said, right?
Yeah.
Your kind of mental side, the physical side, what you eat, what you drink, what you see, what you hear. And it's basically what our Dharma talks about, right?
Definitely.
Having a balanced kind of life.
Yeah.
Well, look, Darshanaa, it's been absolutely amazing. And I truly do mean that, right? Speaking to you, the positivity that you kind of give. Honestly, we wish you all the kind of best. Good luck.
Thank you.
Keep Bhajan Bhakti going.
Thank you.
And, we'll definitely stay in touch. So, it's been awesome.
Nice having you. Thank you.
No problem. Take care. Namaste.
Namaste.